I am really proud of this team, especially last night. It was um, it was so full of emotion for us, a lot of energy, and then that quick turnaround. You could feel that a bit. It's no excuse at all, but it felt like we weren't our normal energetic selves to get started. Thought Alex did a good job. I thought she had a few innings where she threw some uncharacteristic, like behind a hitter's back. I've not seen her do that before, but she still rebounded from that, kept us in the game. And for Jordy to come in and kind of close it the way we needed to give us an opportunity to come into the seventh. Uh, One thing this team does know is they're not afraid to lose. They don't look at the scoreboard and go, oh my God, it's no panic. It's no, the word chaos, there's no chaos in our dugout at all. It's more of, we're going to do this together, we're going to find a way, and it's pretty unbelievable when you feel a team's energy of like, there's no way. There's just no way. As long as they have 3 outs, they feel they can win any game they're in. And they did. So that's just really a special group of athletes that can work like that.
Patty, you mentioned some of last night maybe carrying into today and then needing that energy, not having it there. What did either Mac Morgan do well, and what did you see from the lineup over those first 6 innings before it gets to go?
I'm going to let Hansen talk on that, but I would just say that we were not quite as aggressive as we normally are, looking at first pitch strikes, just trying to figure her out and almost trying to be, I don't know if we were kind of overthinking what was happening or guessing, which is something we're not good guessers. We're better like knowing our plan and sticking to it. There's a little bit of, I felt a little of that.
I'll have to agree with Coach. I think we were overthinking it a little bit, and when our lineup is at our best is when we're playing off instinct. And I think one thing about us, though, is that we never give up. So no matter if there's a bunch of zeros on the board or not, like she said, it ain't over till the last 3 outs are done. So she mixed very well. She's a great pitcher. I'll tip my hat to her for sure. She did a great job, but in the end, the Sooners, we just got to do our thing.
Kinzie, could you talk about the 7th and especially your at bat?
Mm-hmm.
As the inning is building, what are you thinking?
Well, my job first and foremost, whether I'm in the gear or in the box, is to defend our pitchers, and that's what was in my mind because both Alex and Jordy came out. They were fighting all game, and like I said, we don't give up. As a lineup, we're never going to give up. And I knew before Boone got her hit to start it off, I knew I was going to get up to bat. I was sitting in the dugout watching them, the way that they were sequencing both the pitchers and what they were doing to each batter, and I knew that I was going to get a chance, whether it was this inning with runners on or the next inning in the 8th, in the bottom of the 8th. So I was just sitting there creating a plan in my mind, and then when they brought the new pitcher in and I was down 0-2, I kind of knew exactly what was coming, and I think that, the analysis of the game paid off for me.
You can see, Coach mentioned there wasn't panic, but what were the conversations in between the top half of the 7th and the bottom half that you guys kind of got the thing rolling?
That it was going to be a dogfight. We just, like I said, we were just overthinking, and at that point we were just like, put that all away. Let's just go out there and freaking play. And that's what we were saying to each other, and there was some barking going on, and just there was a whole lot of fight, and that's all that really mattered in the end.
Can you talk a little bit about Jada's home run and just how you guys had some base runners, hadn't been able to come up to make it, and obviously she delivers right there.
Jada's very clutch. She's done that very often, and she always comes up in the big moments. So I love that for her, and she always comes up clutch for our team. And she's got a big role for us, and she did a great job with that pitch, and that's as best as it gets right there from her, for sure. So she kind of lit the fire for us, and once that happened, that's when everybody knew, all right, here we go. It's coming. We all knew it.
Patty, you guys struggling to get the ball in the air. Jada's home run, I mean, that's such a great at-bat for her.
Yeah, well, it's all about her locations, and it's hard to lift balls when she's throwing them at your knees or making you reach or kind of sawing you off. So I can't say it any better than Kinzie just said. Jada Coleman is one of the most clutch athletes I've ever seen, and just so determined. There's so much determination in her, and what I love about her as she's gotten older is you really see how she channels it. When she was a freshman, she was all over the place. She was just so full of energy and emotion, and she's learned to channel it really well, and you can see how it's really helped her.
Patty, those first 6 innings, obviously some ups and downs at the plate, but in the 7th inning, you start with Riley's hit, then obviously Jada's home run, and Kinzie to close it out. Just maybe talk about, I mean, your team's ability to kind of turn on a dime like that and have several players make plays like that.
It starts with just a leadoff something. And Riley Boone needs to be talked about more, because the last 2 games she has been so instrumental in that. Not just with her at bats, but with her energy she brings to the dugout, the energy she brings on the base paths. And that plays a part of the game. I mean, we hit, we pitch, we play defense, but the energy and attitude and this adrenaline and this moxie that Boone has sets a tone that makes any team uncomfortable. I know that. And it's in the 9 spot, and you've got Coleman following. So there's a 1-2 punch that is really, really tough to deal with. So we just had the right people in the right places at the right time. And one thing, too, about Kinzie, took a hard foul ball off her foot. And for her to kind of reset, and her big toe is probably throbbing like this under her shoe, but for her to focus and come through in the clutch. So I'm really proud of this team, all of them, in how they stayed with it and they fought through the end.
Patty, had a couple of uncharacteristic defensive errors. What was the process like of getting everyone reset to close that back out in a close game like this?
We didn't even mention it. I mean, the play on Grace, I would not open my mouth if that girl made an error, because she saved our tail so many times. And that's a little uncharacteristic for her, but it's still a tough play when somebody's really getting down the line. I think Alex got a little excitable and knew she had to hurry and maybe should have gone underhand. It was a tough throw that way. But we are human and we do make errors, and the beauty is that they can come back with, they can make up those errors in another space, and they did in the 7th. So I'm not even talked about it, not even concerned about it, because it happens.
Kinzie, could you talk about your pitching today and what you thought of Alex and Jordy?
I think our whole pitching staff is full of Bulldogs, and whether they give up that home run over the left field fence or they strike the last batter out, they're going to come back on fire. And that's something that I very much appreciate about our pitching staff, is they're never going to quit, whether she throws it behind the batter, gives up the home run, or anything like that. They're a great 1-2, whether Jordy starts and Alex comes in, or Alex comes in and Jordy closes the game. I think that that's a very difficult thing to adjust to, because they're both some of the top pitchers in the country, and catching them is a blast. So I very much enjoyed that, but as a hitter, especially at practice, it can be tough. So I think that that's very exciting to be a part of and to watch.
Patty, did you sense Alex was getting tired, or just a gut feeling?
It was a gut feeling. Yeah, I think they were coming into the place where they had a lot of short game action coming at us, and felt like Jordy might be a good turn of events right there. It's worked out.
Coach, we mentioned a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes defensively, but you also had some incredible defensive save runs as well.
Yeah.
Can you talk to that and the resiliency of the defense?
Jeez,
coming back from those?
they continue to kill momentum from our opponent. And Grace making that diving play up the middle, flips it out of her glove to Tiare, a couple double plays that were big for us. It's really become kind of the backbone of our program, and something we know we can always count on. We spend a lot of time on it. They're a really good running team. They don't try to do much off of Hansen when she's behind the plate. I think that's one thing that is our cornerstone, is defense, and gets us out of it creates momentum by bringing us back in the dugout with big plays that they make.
And Kinzie, could you talk about what it's like catching, giving your pitchers confidence because you have that defense behind you?
It's something that I take a lot of pride in. I think of catching as kind of an art, and honestly, my job is to make them look good. It's not about me. It's something that I've learned over the past 4 years being here. Is it's not about me. It's about them, and that's honestly my job, is to make them feel good, make them laugh, whatever they need to hear to be at their best for the team. I'm gonna give them that, and that's something that I find a lot of joy in.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.